We used to get the jeeps, the landmine vehicles, and we used to tie a dustbin lid, and we used to sit on the back and go skiing on the riverbeds. And that was good fun. But as I say, we made our own life. You wouldn't dream of doing that now, because when I think of the safety-wise, I don't think we would have done it. But because you're bush happy and you're there, and we were young people, I think I was only 25, and this is like, fun. And then we found a river as well. I used to go thinking I was a mermaid. I used to go and we used to slide down the rocks. But when I think about what we were doing, we could have cut our legs open, anything open, but it was fun. But the waters were ice cold. I couldn't get over the ice cold, and it was so hot because it was like 45, between 35, 45 sometimes, because I used to do the temperatures. It went up to 47 sometimes. So it was really, really hot, and all we had was fans on us. So we used to put cold tiles on it, wet tiles, and then the fan, and that will keep you cold for a while. We did build ourselves a swimming pool. The cat, the dog, and me were always in the pool to cool down, and then we go and sit again for a while, and then we're back in the pool. So everybody was swimming in the pool. You hear the crickets. The go-away bird goes, go away, go away. I always remember. And I think he's probably warning us. The cuckoo. You get the cuckoo birds. But the crickets and the beetles is one thing I do remember. And I used to have a tree outside my house, and these beetles used to drive me crazy. I go out there and I shout at them, and they all shush for 2 seconds, and as soon as I walk in the back of the house, they all start up again. But the wildlife is really something. There were squirrels in the back of my kitchen, and we used to watch the squirrel go up and down, collecting stuff. When Mum came down, we went over to where the pump house is, and there was dugout canoes. I think we took a photograph with you there. And another one we did, we went to the petrified forest. It was all fossilized. Mum did come down quite often and bring the food and clothes if I needed, or any medical supply, because we didn't have very good medical supply there. So Mum used to bring it down for me, and she used to come herself. We had a lot of sick labourers, so I used to look after the children. They used to bring them to me, and I used to look after them. And what did keep them alive was Coca-Cola. It's got sugars in it, and the children were dehydrated and get their sugar levels up. I used to use that. One thing I learned from the war was medical, but I was very good at veterinary because I was trained on the farm with Dad. Medical-wise, I knew what I was doing. Burns, you know how to handle different situations. If somebody's bleeding, you know what to do. They started burning the farm in 5 different places, and I had to get a truck. Dad gave me a truck. I had the nanny girl and myself, and we were getting the furniture loaded onto the truck, and I was driving it into town, into a storage place, going back, loading on. And in a short period of time, they had stolen stuff. And what really made me angry, and I don't know why they did it, is pee everywhere in the house. They would just sit and pee in the house for some reason. I still, to this day, I don't understand why they urinated the house. I don't know if it was marking territory, what they had in their mind when they did it. It just didn't. But there was another one. We were at, not Missouri, it was near Hartley. We went there. I can't remember the name of the place. But they had a missionary there, and the dentist there used to do my teeth. And the one day they phoned up, they were so scared. They wanted to find out if we couldn't get an aircraft to get them out, and we couldn't organize an aircraft that quick. Anyway, by the time we tried to get something sorted, the terrorists had put them in one room and axed the whole missionary into little pieces. And that was the end of the missionary. And all they did is do good for them. They looked after them, but the terrorists walked in. Because the terrorists work in between you. You don't know who the terrorists are. You got your little informers. And basically you can have them working amongst you. You wouldn't know that. So when you ask your question, what happens? Everything is quiet. You don't know what's going to happen until it happens. In the meantime, you got your informer. And I remember the police got hold of him one day. And I tried to save him. But I knew he'd done so much wrong that whatever I did, the guys were not going to let me intervene. But they got the butt of the weapon, chucking it in his face and hitting him, and there was nothing I could do. Because the police had commandeered our vehicle as well to get him in the back. But you don't know who's working for you that is a terrorist. Because they're so disguised and you think they're your friend. Like some of the cook boys that were poisoning the families. Yeah, they worked with the terrorists. Either the terrorists said to do it, I don't know. But they were killing off us white farmers by getting the cook boy to poison us. So my cook boy was okay, but some things you just don't leave for them to do in case something else went wrong. But they were screened, but the working force, you don't know who is in there. And then they know your routine and they know when to attack. They know where we are, they know where the wives are, and they know when to attack. So you have to be observant. If you notice how observant I am, I notice things maybe before anybody else because my eyes trained for it. So it was a skill I've learned and I still use it today. They call me 6 hours at work. I don't miss a thing.